Welcome to this practice that will help you soothe anxiety. We're going to begin right from where you are. So I invite you to first notice if you feel like you can sit, and if you need to, if you have a lot of energy, you can also do this practice while walking or moving around or bouncing. And at some point, your energy might come down, and that's when you could sit or even lie down. So, wherever you choose to begin, we are going to start to orient to the space around us. So, I invite you to notice where you are in the room or in the space. Let your eyes track the exits to the space, doors, windows. And if there are windows or if there's a view out of the windows, you could take a moment to scan that with your eyes, just letting your brain know where you are and what's going on around you. Take a moment also to look behind you into your blind spots. Good. And then I invite you to start to scan the room slower, perhaps from one side to the other, noticing the objects in the room and the beings, if there are other people or beings around you. And also noticing the space between the objects. And take your time to absorb the colors, the shapes, the lines that mark the edges of things, the light and the shadow in the space. You're just allowing your eyes to roam and gather enough information as feels safe to you right now. And then I'm going to invite you to find something that you can look at that feels reassuring, relaxing, grounding to you right now. And it could be a color that you're drawn to in this moment. It could be a particular object that you like looking at. Anything that allows your gaze to rest on it and feel even just 1% more at ease. And it's okay if you can't find anything right now. You might also choose to close your eyes. Perhaps the absence of visual stimulation is more soothing. So trust your instincts. And whether your eyes are open or closed, we can still proceed. If your eyes are open and you found that resourcing thing to look at, I invite you to leave them there for the duration of the practice or to close them at any time you want. So, in this moment, could you start to connect to your breath? Just noticing how your breathing is, It might be slightly fast or loud. You might be breathing through the mouth or into the upper chest area. All of those are signatures of activation or stress. What I will invite you to do is very gently and slowly start to slow things down. So we'll begin with some sighing. So breathing in however you're breathing in, through the nose or mouth. Take a moment to pause at the end of your inhale, and then to exhale through the mouth, and pause at the end of your exhale. And we'll just repeat that. So breathing in, pausing at the top of your inhale, breathing out through the mouth, seeing if you can slow it down a little, and letting there be a pause before you breathe in again. And whenever we sigh, the body naturally lets go of some tension. You might find your muscles relaxing a little, or your posture softening a little. And if you'd like to, as you're sighing, you can also play with the shape of your mouth. So you might sigh with an ooh shape, or with the teeth on the lips. Just keep going. We'll take a couple more of these sighing breaths, continuing to lengthen each time we exhale. And sometimes when there is a lot of activation, it is difficult to extend the exhale. So be gentle with the process. Take your time. So you could continue like this, breathing out through the mouth. If you wish to, you could close the mouth and start to breathe out through the nose. And I invite you to slow down now both the inhale and the exhale. And if it helps you to, you could hum a little sound as you breathe out as well. So of course, when we hum, the mouth is closed and the breath is coming out through the nose, but there is some activation in the throat of the voice box. So humming is a really easy way to again lengthen the exhale. And it gives your mind, your attention, a sound to track and be with, which can interrupt any loops or spirals of thinking. Notice as you're breathing or humming if your shoulders and throat and neck can soften, especially in that moment at the end of the exhaled breath, at the end of the humming sound. Good, and just continuing to feel the sensations of your breathing, the touch of the air in the nose or throat, the movement in your chest or belly, the stillness in between breaths. And welcoming any sense of slowing down and settling in yourself, in your body, in your nervous system. And we'll come to the final phase of this practice now. You can continue to attend to your breathing if that's helping you for as long as you like. But if you want to, I invite you to shift attention towards the sensation of the ground or the chair underneath your body. So if you're sitting, of course, the chair is under your hips and legs and maybe also behind your back. If you're standing, it's your feet in contact with the earth. If you're lying down, it's the back surface of the body or even the side surface if you're on your side. So finding that contact and feeling the earth through your skin, feeling the solidity of the support beneath you and around you. Recognizing that perhaps it's possible to soften a little into that support. To allow the body to receive the holding of the earth and to release into gravity. And this is nothing you have to force, but you can just open your awareness to the idea and the felt sense that the ground is right here. That you're landing on this spot. Take your time to absorb this, to really feel the ways that you are connected and supported. And as you register this support, notice what shifts in your body. It might be a deeper breath, another softening of posture, a drop in your energy level. So staying connected to both the ground beneath you and the rhythm of your breathing. And these can be your anchors as we start to transition out of this practice. Know that wherever you go, you can always orient, as we did today, particularly to something soothing. You can always take a pause with your breath, and you can always ground. And your body knows how to do these things. It's just a matter of remembering and practicing and building enough repetition for it to feel familiar. So as we close today, could you notice how you feel compared to when we started? And I would love to hear that from you in the comments. If you enjoyed this practice, please share it with anyone who might benefit. And if you want to connect with me or find out more about my work, you can visit my website and my Substack. Thank you so much for being here with me and for choosing to try this out. I hope we will meet again in a future practice or some other way.